Hello, merry meet. So today I want to review an oracle deck, and it is Indigo Angel oracle cards by Doreen Virtue and Charles Virtue. So first, let me say that I have really liked Doreen Virtue before, but she has started to just churn out oracle decks left and right. I mean, I okay, it's not that bad, but almost every month I look, there's new decks from her, and I'm thinking, how can somebody manage to produce quality products that quickly? And yes, I get a bit skeptical. But anyway, this one looked like a very interesting concept, so I had to have a look at it. It's based around Indigo children, but I think that this deck can be used by anyone really. So it comes in this pretty sturdy book, and it says angelic messages for and about indigo children and adults. Like I said, I do think it works for everyone. I think the box is very pretty, and like most of these box decks from Doreen Virtue, it is pretty good quality. So it is a deck and book kit. So let's look at the book first. This little booklet, and most of the time these are basically a bit upgraded little white books, and this is too. So let's open it up. First is on other Oracle decks by Doreen Virtue, which is a pretty long list, and we have contents. We have how to work with Indigo Angel Oracle cards, basically how to go to divination and working with them in general. Then you have meanings of the cards, and you have about the artist and about the author. And I actually do not think there's any layouts here whatsoever. The working with the cards section, however, is very useful. It tells you a lot of what to do. If you have never worked with tarot or oracle decks before, this will tell you everything in it. So, yeah, there are actually layouts here they just described instead of shown. That isn't good, but otherwise this does the job, and the cards are presented like this. They're basically one half a page for each card. So yeah, this, like I said, it's a bit of an upgraded little white book, but it does its work. Normally, when it comes to oracle cards rather than tarot cards, I prefer to have a bit more information, just because with tarot, if the little white book or whatever book it comes with doesn't give you enough information, you can always pick up a book about tarot in general and get a pretty good idea. With oracle decks, this is really all the information that's out there for it. But yeah, you have to work relatively intuitively, but that shouldn't be a problem. Now, let's have a look at the meat of the product, the card. It's a 44 card deck, I think. Should say here somewhere. These usually are 44. Yeah, it's 44 cards. The cards are very pretty. They have silver, very very shiny silver ends, and generally these are not sharp. Sometimes when things are gilded, or I'm not sure what it's called when it's silver, possibly that is gilded as well, that they have a tendency to cut your fingers. This one doesn't. It is not sharp at all, which is good. And the cardstock is excellent. So no complaint there. Size-wise, it's like most Oracle decks, they are relatively big, so it can be difficult to shuffle, but generally, that's it. They're not as big as some of them, and you can do it. But like you said, I'm having this year I have some problems. Some part of that is because each card is pretty thick, and this gilding actually makes it harder to shuffle. But yeah, This is the back. I think that is gorgeous. Very, very pretty. And it has a blue indigo theme to it, which is fitting with the title. So let's have a look at some of the cards. The images are very, very nice. They are full of symbolism. This have used these cards, but they tend to stick together. That's one thing I can complain about. The cards stick together, and I haven't used it a lot. It might be better eventually, once it gets basically it's laminated, and sometimes laminated things will stick together. So when these get a little bit scratched with use, it might be better. But at the beginning, it sticks together a little bit, but it's not a huge problem. The images are just gorgeous, and this deck really speaks to me. I think these are one of the better decks from Doreen and Virtue as of late. Like I said, the quality of her products have gone down. I mean, like that tarot deck she produced, which was more like a shrine to herself. But yeah, this one is back to her old form, so I'm hoping to see more decks from her like this in the future. So, I mean, this one is gorgeous, and it has a lot of symbolism in each of the cards. But I'm not so sure it was wise to market this as for indigo children and adults, because a lot of people aren't indigo children or adults, and as such, a lot of people might then feel that this deck isn't for them. However, I would say that this works for everyone. It's a high quality deck, nice symbolism to the cards, beautiful decorations, good box. The guidebook is a little bit of a disappointment, but each one of those simple little white booklets aren't a disappointment. It does the job. This is one of my favorites. So, yeah, if you are into angel themed decks, then I actually recommend this. I'll probably take it with me when I'm going to visit my mother, because she really likes angels, and let her have a try at this. And yeah, and does it match the theme of it? Yeah, it does. It has a very indigo color scheme. So you can say that it resonates with the energy of that color. However, it isn't just indigo children, which is more like a term that resonates with that energy. Uh, we all have indigo aspects. We all have an indigo chakra, and it will resonate with that energy for everyone. This one is a gorgeous one too. So yeah, if I should criticize it, it's that sometimes the cards are a little bit simple. This can be a good thing or a bad thing. Um, if you are new to card divination, it is definitely a good deck to start with. However, if you have been doing this for quite some time, then you might want to. It might not give you a lot of a challenge. For example, this one, you see the point of it. It's freedom. It's this lovely young woman or woman angel, dancing in the clouds, flying freely. You can see how this represents freedom. You can see how it can represent a free mind, being free of burdens and all of that. But I would have wanted a little bit more details. But yeah, all of this is just really nitpicking. Like I said, I would have wanted more cards like this. This is for health, where you see she's weighing healthy food, the color schemes, all of that helps to bring out the image of health. But yeah, all in all, I'm very satisfied with this deck. And there is one thing though I have to address. This thing on the hair. Yeah, I don't think you can see it. You probably can't with my shitty camera, but it rubs off. So again, I don't know. I mean, I used it a couple of times, but not more than that. If you're using it a lot, this will probably either it will just rub off all of this, and it won't have silver on it anymore, or it'll stop rubbing off. Anyway, it's sort of annoying to spread little silvery dust everywhere. Other than that, the quality of the cards themselves are great. They don't cut into your fingers like a lot of gilded things do. The pictures are beautiful. Symbolism is very nice, though at times a little bit too simplistic. The backing is beautiful. The books have good quality, and the guidebook is so. So all in all, I'll give this 8 out of 10. It's a very good Angel themed deck, and especially for beginner cartomancers. I'm putting this into the wrong end of the box. Especially for beginner cartomancers, I would definitely recommend this deck. It is simple enough to be a good thing to start working with. I will also recommend it if you are starting to work with intuitive readings. Basically, the difference between intuitive and non-intuitive is that if you do it non-intuitively, then you go by the book definitions of cards. An intuitive reading is that you see a card and you read it by what you feel. I generally use a combination of the two. But this deck is very good for intuitive readings, so if you're starting out with that, I would also recommend this. So, and of course, if you are or have indigo children, this definitely is for you. So, yeah, this is a good product. I definitely recommend it. I hope you have enjoyed this review, and that was my review of Indigo Angel cards by Doreen Virtue and Charles Virtue. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a great day. Blessed be.